is City the team to beat in English football? Is it? If you beat City, you're on a good track.
Yeah, I think that will be Liverpool's biggest challenge next season is to beat City in the league. Because I think that's where one of the couple of games where Liverpool lost pace. And I think for Liverpool to win the league next year, you've got to take 4 points off City minimum. But I think for City, I just think City are just going to spend money, keep that consistency going. And for all those City fans thinking that their treble is better than United's treble, just go back to the hole that you're in. Because until you win the Champions League, until you win the actual treble, don't have a go at United. Don't say that you're the big club because all the big money. You'd be nowhere without Sheikh Mansour. So you should be lucky. And like Jones about City being the big fan club, like City are like 10, 20 years behind the likes of United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea in terms of fan base. And City have got to be consistently winning for 10, 20 years to get that fan base. And my feeling is that when Pep leaves or when Sheikh Mansour gets bored of the money and wants a new plaything, then City will just slide back in to mid-table mediocrity.
Mid-table, okay. I don't think so. I don't think.
That's when the money goes, because the money will go eventually. Because Sheikh Mansour will get bored. You're seeing what Roman Abramovich has been like at Chelsea when he's
but then
bored,
some other rich owner will come in because it's not just a football club anymore. It's a business icon, and it's got branding next to it and all that stuff now. Yeah. So I think you can kiss your mid-table dreams goodbye already right now, even before anyone's left the football club. Joe, your thoughts really on this City team, and how teams can beat them next season in order to try and cover some ground against this City team that seems to be running away with the league almost every season now.
Well, there's only one hope, isn't there? They're the team that pushed them this season, because all the other teams, unless they spend massive in the summer, which isn't going to happen, we've cut so far adrift. What's it? It's Chelsea with 30-something points behind?
I think they're like 26 behind Liverpool.
26, was it? It's ridiculous. I think City are the team to beat. Liverpool, if they get some good players in the summer, depends on City's business, can challenge again next year. And I do expect Liverpool to challenge again. We just need to try and close that gap. I know the gap was only 1 point, and that's still painful. But I think City are the team to beat. But it's not surprising when they've got the funding of a country behind them. I know you just rolled your eyes there and stuff, but come on. When you've got a whole country, you look at PSG, it's the same in the French League. We don't want the Premier League to turn into the French League, where there's only one club with the monopoly. And that's the problem.
Well, you say monopoly, but there's about 6 teams in the Premier League now that have wealthy owners that can pretty much buy players.
But it's like catching up with City is going to be impossible. For me, you don't see Arsenal doing it. You don't see Chelsea with the transfer ban. United are just a mess in the boardroom.
This is where I see the differences lie, and I'm going to quickly say this because we're going to go to a music break. The differences, I think, is between how a club is set up in terms of structure and ethos, and Liverpool have got that ethos now with Klopp coming. It's set into his ways. It's taken a couple of years, but it's set into his way. They've gone from 8th to 4th to now 2nd and 1 point off the eventual Premier League champions. Guardiola's done it at City as well. City only just finished 3rd, I think it was, in his first season, and then they went 1st to 1st, and they've done magnificent in the domestic competitions, and it's just that European spot they're looking for. Pochettino, when he came into the team, Tottenham were just a mid-table team. They eventually climbed into the top 6 and then 4th, and then solidified themselves into a top 4 team here for moving forward. Arsenal have to rebuild themselves now because they've lost Arsene Wenger. Unai Emery's come in. He's done a good job. They finished, I think, 7 points more than what they did last season. But, it's still improvement. And now he's looking to build in a bit more of an ethos into that football club and progress the team moving forward. And I think that's what the same with United want to do as well. And I think that's what a lot of other teams need to do in the Premier League as well. It's going to take time at any club because, they've been on a backward step. But I think eventually clubs can build themselves up to be eventually like Liverpool and City, not to be better than them, but when they play against games like against City and Liverpool, they can take those points away if they want to. At the end of the day, it may come to a point in the season where Liverpool pick up all 6 points against City, and I'm sure that you'd be loving the day. But at the same time, the flip can happen with City picking up all points against Liverpool. Yeah. And then, with Chelsea as well, there's another team I forgot to mention, Chelsea trying to build themselves up, but they've got themselves in a different way, really. And, as even you last week or 2 weeks ago, you thought Frank Lampard would be a good appointment at the football club in order to return that ethos and that way of life at Chelsea Football Club once more. That's what all teams are really looking for, in my opinion. And I think, it'll be tough to decide who is the right man for that kind of job, because we're already raising questions about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's not exactly qualified for a United job in terms of trophies and things like that he's won, but he has that ethos way of United's playing days under Sir Alex Ferguson that he can bring back into the team. That's the same kind of conclusion that you come with Frank Lampard. He's not exactly qualified for the position of to be Chelsea manager, but he's got that ethos way to bring in. There's even talk about Emma Hayes being the Chelsea job, because she's got that ethos. She's been at the club for so long. She's had that success. It's whether or not Chelsea are going to remove themselves and step away from the stereotype that women can't manage men's football teams, and break the mold and bring in someone like her into the football club. We'll have to wait and see. It may not be this season. It may take a couple of years. It may take her going to somewhere like Crystal Palace and proving herself in order for that to happen. But we'll have to wait and see. But I think that is what separates teams in the Premier League. I think it's just that club atmosphere, really, more than talent on the pitch, because we've seen, you can buy so much talent and it doesn't work for you. We've seen it at United. And, it can...
Just chuck money.
Yeah. You can't chuck money at football these days and expect it to work, because it's not going to happen. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see.